Nanu Nanu, and welcome to the Fortress of Dorkness, the nerdy nexus for your geeky needs. I'm your host, Beth Damiano. Today we're covering a rare but crucial event in the DC universe, the Crisis of Legend... Wait, it just says Legends. How very un-DC of them. This 6-issue miniseries was the brainchild of John Ostrander and Len Wein, with pencils by John Byrne. It was created as a sequel to the major DC cross-universe event, Crisis on Infinite Earths, which fixed all their continuity. On Apocalypse, Darkseid sets in motion a plan to wipe out Earth's legendary heroes by defaming them in the public eye. How original. He calls this dastardly scheme Operation Humiliation? Yeah, Darkseid is not the sharpest crayon in the box. He sends glorious Godfrey to Earth under the guise of G. Gordon Godfrey. Great name, we know. GG, Darkseid. Godfrey uses his powers of persuasion to turn the public against the idea of superheroes, and then against the United States government itself. This forces President Reagan to issue a ban on costume crusaders appearing in public, further killing the need for legends to remain significant, and which inevitably pushes Darkseid's plan to success. Eventually, the all-powerful, amazing, brilliant, stupendous, and loin-obliterating Dr. Fate brings the heroes back together when he realizes that the Earth still needs them. The story covers themes of paranoia, trust, and manipulation. Godfrey spreads emotional disorder through television, and though not explicitly said, is metaphorical for how easily the media can sway an ideal in either direction. The recurring idea of Legends is not only about the heroes within the story, but also about DC's roster of legendary characters, who in the post-crisis world now had new, varying, or outright different origins. Thus, the majority of DC's major players in this period are present. The new Justice League, formed at the end of Legends, was made up of Batman, Martian Manhunter, Guy Gardner, Captain Marvel, Black Canary, Blue Beetle, and the Lord of Order himself, Dr. Fate. Though Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash also appeared during the formation of the new League, they would not go on to be included in the incarnation of Justice League that followed this story. That's because Batman is the Justice League. The large number of tie-ins also allowed for a number of other DC heroes to appear, including Firestorm, Cosmic Boy, Night Girl, and a grouping of other mediocre cameos too. The main antagonist is the aforementioned Darkseid. His followers, including Desad, Glorious Godfrey, Dr. Bedlam, and Brimstone, also appear. The Phantom Stranger spends the majority of the story at Darkseid's right hand, mainly to irritate the big unsharpened crayon. Over the course of the tale, we see the disbanding of the current Justice League. We are also introduced to the modern Suicide Squad and the reintroduction of the wondrously wonderful Wonder Woman. This book was meant as a launching point for other titles, so it's really just bridging gaps rather than telling the next jaw-dropping, teeth-shattering epic. Speaking of, the end of this book creates the comics Justice League, later Justice League International, the new Suicide Squad, the all-new Flash, and Captain Marvel. Tragically, Cosmic Boy also received a mini-series to coincide with the event. As we mentioned, there are tie-in issues for this story. A lot of them. 22 to be exact. Reader, be warned. Most of them run concurrently or were included simply to launch a new title and have very little, if anything, to do with the story. The DC Comics official reading order is as so. However, here at the Fort, we aim to give you the most efficient way of reading these stories. And in this case, it involves omitting some issues instead of adding them. It's ironic how many of them have the Legends label and don't affect nor are they affected by each other. If you're in a hurry, you can use this reading order to get through them a little quicker. The best part of this story is when we tell you you can skip reading Cosmic Boy. I didn't get to, but you can. Unfortunately, finding these books gets a little tricky. This wonderful collection I have in my hands came out in 1993 and is unfortunately no longer in print. The only other comics you can find easily are the Superman comics featured on this timeline, scattered amongst various Superman collections. So best bet is third party on Amazon, eBay, or pray your local comic store sells it. If you enjoyed this video, found it thoughtful, or just want to leave a snotty remark, please like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media. I'm Beth Damiano, and you've been watching The Fortress of Dorkness. Never fear the dork up here.